Welcome viewers, this is Winshire, finally getting around to bringing you some Dragon's Teeth footage. Let's start it off good on the right foot with a 20 kill streak on Limphini Gardens. Right now want to tell you guys, I am absolutely loving Dragon's Teeth, and I hope you are too. In my opinion, and I know I'm a fanboy, I know I'm biased view, but this is the best DLC ever created on any Battlefield, in my opinion. I'm just going to say it right now. Now, I'm running a tandem loadout here, UCAV with the mortar. I don't use UCAV just for kills. I use it as a scout device. This is, in essence, my planning piece of tool to see where the team is coming, kind of like an SUAV does in Recon class. It can serve a dual purpose. So I throw that out there, and I'm trying to observe where the team's coming from. This is something I want to talk about in my next survivability series, about your frontal planning, your frontal assault. Position yourself to stem a frontal assault. Saw those guys coming across the bridge. I'm going to move up here next to this truck, give myself an excellent flank opportunity, and notice that not one player is getting by me. Not one. I get every one of these guys trying to come by me and take on this first objective. Now I'm the squad commander here, so I'm lighting up position Delta in the chain link. Ooh, look at that deagle. OP, yes sir. Hey, enjoy it while it lasts, but it's a blast. I mean, look at this, 9 kills within the first minute or so of the gameplay. Unbelievable how fun this game mode chain link can be. But you can see as I'm setting myself up here for the frontal assault, you got to hold this position Delta in chain link. This is the integral position. The mortar, I cannot stress enough how important this piece of equipment is in this gameplay. I'm not really showing it too much in this gameplay, but in other games I'll probably cover the second 2 maps of chain link, because in this video I just want to cover this and Pearl Market. In the next video I'll cover the next 2 maps, but the mortar nonetheless is an absolutely vital piece of equipment, particularly on this map, and propaganda as well. As you can see there's lots of hiding behind those bridges, and I can easily make people scatter with this. It's not necessarily killing them, but it does make people disperse. It's a great kill assess tool, and you gotta have it. And for some reason, people just aren't aware of this piece of equipment. It's like they forgot about the mortar, typical Battlefield players. But now we've stemmed this onslaught, we're gonna push on up here. Now, Chain Link, I just absolutely love this game mode, and I don't understand the criticism people are having towards it, directed at. A lot of criticism people are saying is that the game mode's too short. Well, it's only 10 minutes, it is capped at 10 minutes, and it can go obviously less than that if your team steamrolls the other team. But I've seen matches time and time again, just playing today, where one team can break an entire momentum, and this is a good match right here. Perfect example. We're destroying this team. We end up losing this match. I know it's hard to believe, but that's what happens here. You just get one teammate or one enemy to flank around your back, break your chain, and then they get people spawn on that point, and the players, and next thing you know, they've captured the whole back end of your team, and they're coming up behind your flank, and your team's oblivious to it, and next thing you know, you lose. And it is the most quick game mode I've ever seen, where momentum can change on just a single capture. And I just love the absolute intensiveness of the infantry combat. It is unbelievable to me just how focused and intense it gets. So here's my other recommendation. You're gonna need a bigger gun, guys, because I've heard in squad comms, I don't know how many times I've heard these assault tryhards with their AEKs, their bulldogs, saying, God, I have to reload every time I kill somebody, and there's always one more guy. Well, welcome to Assault, my friends. I mean, it's not what it used to be in Battlefield 3. Support is greatly buffed, and here is another example of just, you've already seen the devastation, and it's going to get even worse here as the team has back captured us, and now they're coming back here on the Infernal Assault again. But look at this positioning. I don't even have a bipod on this M240 Bravo. I just have an angled foregrip, a compensator, an ACOG scope. And I know people are like, ACOG scope? What? You actually run with that on your weapon? Yes, I do, and this is why. Look at these long-range engagements, short-range engagements. I pwn assault guys all day long, and I'm not trying to brag here, but this weapon, guys, you gotta appreciate what it's capable of. 34 damage, basically a full auto DMR, and we were like, whoa, look at these guys on the flank. My buddy here, Mojo, was calling them out to me, and I mean, just look at this intensive action. But this weapon, guys, I mean, you got to get one of these 34 damage LMGs in your hand, because I know they're difficult to run with, they're difficult to use, but once you master this weapon, nothing, not the MG4, not the M249, none of the light LMGs are capable of holding a candle to these heavy LMGs. I'm sorry to say, this was the highest DPS weapon in the entire assault support class, and it just drops assault players all day long. And you can see me here just doing it left and right and having a lot of fun here. And even these moments, the failed rage, revenge knife, and I don't even have time for teabag. I'm sorry, but got to move on here and wrap this up. But Chain Link, there's so much strategy. What I really like more about anything in this game is the strategy involved, where to position yourself, where to go, what position you need to respawn in on, because that's absolutely vital. One thing I recommend you guys do on PlayStation 4, if you hold the options button, then hit R1, I believe, it pulls up a big screen picture of the map instantly, as opposed to you're seeing your score. You don't need to see your score throughout the gameplay. Stop spamming your score button to know what your KD is. That's irrelevant. What's important is knowing where the enemy is and positioning yourself to stem that. Here again, I'm trying to combat this back rage, going back into deployment. Look at all this infantry out here. This is a support guy's dream. I can take all these guys on, and I have lots of suppression. I have my suppression field upgrade unlocked, so I'm dealing 50% more suppression already on top of the massive suppression that this weapon deals out. And although I only have 100 rounds, I mean, the Deagle will clean up anything left behind, that is. But again, perfect example of how we were just destroying this team the first match in just a couple minutes. It all changed, and that's what I love about this game mode. I think you guys need to give it more time. I've had matches go 10 minutes straight, and there's not a clear winner because it goes back and forth so much, kind of like Obliteration does, but the time limit goes up, and whoever's got the most ticket count wins. These matches can go 10 minutes, but all in all, I just absolutely love it. So let's move on to Pearl Market. Now, call me a noob right off the bat, but I want to talk about some tips on this map. I absolutely love Pearl Market. To me, and I know I'm a COD guy, this is COD. This is Call of Duty right here. This map looks just like something straight out of Call of Duty, and I'm sorry, but it's going back to my old roots, and I love this map, and I know a lot of Battlefield guys really take issue with that, but it's time to evolve, guys. It's time to enjoy this map for what it is. High pace, close quarters, intensive action, lots of fun, and a shotgun does it. I mean, you got to pull out a shotgun. When I started running with this right off the bat, here I am trying to make a revive, and this is how it goes. I mean, get knifed, wind shear. Oh, and where's C4 when you need it, guys? Oh my God, look at this. Never C4 when you need it. Imagine C4 in this objective. I imagine we're going to start seeing tactics like that come, but unfortunately I didn't have that. I just kind of standing here like perplexed. What do? I have a shotgun. I'm out of range, but you know, get the shotgun when you get close quarters, catch people off guard. I love this DBV-12. I mean, 11 rounds in this thing. I've thrown some dart ammo in this thing, and it just chews through enemies like going out of style. And I saw instantly within starting this that their whole team just decided to run shotguns because they're mad, and that's what they're going to do. And I know some servers will ban shotguns, but if anybody thinks shotguns are overpowered, you really need to take a closer look at this game, because in Battlefield 4, I think shotguns are one of the more difficult weapons to use. I know you probably call me crazy for doing that, but shotguns and DMRs in Battlefield 4 are just not nearly as effective as they were in Battlefield 3. That's my opinion, and it's also my observation of the day-to-day Battlefield. But that's not to say they're obsolete. Clearly, on this map, you can use that. Now, that's not my only tip for this map, shotguns. I love the verticality of this map, but the thing about this map is that it's very difficult to give you tips on, because the only tip I can say is that anything's possible on this map at any time. It's completely unpredictable. All you can do is try to set yourself up to spawn in positions where you think you're going to be able to maximize your weapon's effectiveness and give yourself the advantage. You got to know your weapon limitations. Don't run around with the low fire bulldog or something like this on this map. A low fire rate LMG, even the M240B, probably wouldn't be a wise choice for this map. Close quarters is where it's going to be at. You need something lightweight, a PDW, you know, an AS-Val, the CZ, even that new weapon, I forgot the MPX or whatever. That's a great gun. I was running with that today too. AEK, FAMAS, something like that. But again, reload time. You got to be conscientious of that. But I am absolutely loving Chainlink, guys. I strongly encourage you guys just to appreciate it, understand what kind of game this is. Fast-paced rounds of action, round after round after round. You're not going to be having no gauntlet endurance matches like in Conquest. This is a completely different flavor. I got to give DICE props. DICE LA seems to know what they're doing in comparison to the other DICE branch out in Sweden. But guys, I really love this DLC. I have lots more content to come. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. This is Wincher. I will see you on the battlefield.